Sunday night.
Can you help me understand how the girls have been treating me?
You are not the only one taking risk here.
Coupling. Same one. Islander. Pack.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beat, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 5, Episode 4. And let's get right into the video. So in this video, after Hannah and Carmen basically coupled up with Marco and Victor, the girls were feeling some type of way. Like, Jasmine confused me because this girl on day one was like, she didn't even like Victor. She doesn't go for people like Victor because barely gave Victor a time of day. Yesterday's episode, she asked Victor to give her a kiss, and he did. But then after he gets coupled up with Carmen, she's crying over Victor and being like, oh, I don't want to talk to Carmen, I don't want to talk to Victor because, oh, why would he let me kiss him if I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, it's 3 days. You the one asked him for a kiss, and he complied. Like, why are you acting like you guys were in a solid relationship? You guys, whatever. He was just open to getting to know you. That was it. He was gonna try something. That's it. Like, it's not like they were in some deep relationship. The girl didn't even like the man a couple of days ago. But now she, quote unquote, realized she don't got no options here. She don't got nobody that's checking for her. So now the guy that she decided to, start to build something with, now gets coupled up with somebody else, and now she feels some type of way. Like, girl, please. Anyway, she's talking about this and stuff like that and getting upset. So then we have Cassie basically trying to talk to Leonardo and basically said that how Leonardo disrespected her and this and that, and didn't give her the time of day, so she's just trying to end it. And Leonardo's just like, that's fine, that's okay. Like, I don't care. Like, this is mutual. Like, that's fine. Like, she's like, I don't like the fact that, Anna didn't tell me that she liked you like that, and you didn't even tell me that you liked her like that, and this and that. So, she was upset with Anna. So Leonardo wasn't even checking for you because he had Anna as his second option, and he realized before that conversation that he liked Anna better than you. So it is what it is. It is what it is. They ended that relationship, and I'm just like, one thing about this season, we're only on episode 4, and this is like the second breakup or like ending of a couple that they talked to, like Destiny and Marco. Now, what's his face? Leonardo and Cassie basically ending relationships within a couple of days in a row. Like, this is very messy. Like, these girls are unhinged. These people are unhinged. Like, what is going on here? So then after that, Cassie pulls or talks to Keenan and basically says oh, if KK wasn't here, who are you, would be attracted to or whatever. And he said it was between KK and you. So she's surprised, oh, I didn't know, you liked me, and he was just like, yeah, you would have been a second option, basically, if KK wasn't here. Because one thing about it, two things for sure, KK is the first option. So they were talking, they were chatting, and at the end of the day, KK comes out and, sits next to Keenan, and then, Cassie just gets up and walks away and pulls, I believe, Carmen for a chat and just starts talking.
Put your hair up.
What?
Push your hair up.
Yeah, I got hot. Carmen, do you want to talk? You want to chat back? Yeah. Yeah. Let's go over here. Okay.
So she talks to Carmen, basically says oh, Keenan just basically told me that he had an interest in me and . So then Keenan over here telling KK about the conversation basically said that well, Cassie basically showed interest in me, or basically told me, you know, that she liked me, and, you know, I told her that I, you know, was like, if it wasn't for you, I would have been, you know, liking her too, or whatever, something like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, KK basically said, like, if you want to get to know her, you can get to know her. So she didn't like the fact, like, KK wasn't really feeling it, because, like, obviously you see how it progressed in the little bit of amount of time that KK and Keenan been coupled up. You see how they progressing. And I'm just like, why are you even checking for Cassie like that? But it is what it is. So obviously Marco and Hannah chatting, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling that couple at all. Carmen and Victor, they seem pretty interesting. Destiny, Jasmine, Bergie, Anna, the single people. But Anna already got Leonardo, so she cool, she kosher. Like, she okay. She not really single, because at the end of the day, Leonardo's gonna pick her for a coupling. So she's really not that single. It's really Jasmine and Destiny single, and then Bergie. You know, Jasmine's crying over Victor, and basically like, I'm not gonna speak to Victor, and I'm not gonna speak to Carmen. You know, Carmen's just like, I'm gonna give you some space, you know, but, you know, we can talk tomorrow. But she's just like, oh, like, how you acted, like, you so shady, you're like, I just like, because I guess they didn't tell everybody in the villa that they got the text about the recoupling. So she's calling Carmen and basically Hannah shady for, you know, how they moved and whatnot. But I'm just like, it's very obvious, because didn't Hannah pull Victor on a date? Like, Hannah had Victor in her roster, like she was up there. If Hannah had first pick, she would have picked Victor, because that Marco was very much off track for me, because I was just like, oh, Hannah and Victor. But it is what it is. It is what it is. They get up in the morning, and, you know, first thing that Marco says is that, oh, he got the cuddles and the back scratch and whatnot. And Destiny had to basically turn back and be like, yeah, one thing you're not going to do is shade me, you know, while I'm here in the room. Like, that was basically directed at me, because the first night that they were coupled up, you know, Destiny didn't cuddle with Marco. So he's like, oh, there's no physical attraction or something like that. He was saying, basically saying like, oh, it's not going to work because, you know, I didn't get no cuddles in bed and whatnot. And I'm like, that's the reason why they basically ended the relationship, because he felt some type of way about the whole situation. So Destiny just like, yeah, you're not going to talk about me or shade me while I'm in the room. So she shut that down quick, you know. Anyway, KK is feeling some type of way about the whole, you know, Keenan getting to know Cassie situation. So while Keenan, they had another chat, is talking to Cassie. Basically, KK is talking to Leonardo, Bergie, I think Destiny was in the room or something like that. You know, and they basically were backing her. They were just like, you know, they basically are agreeing like the whole situation is kind of messed up. It's kind of like, you know, it is what it is. So I think Victor was also in the room, like, you know, you can obviously see how progressed that relationship, even though it's 3 days. You know, you coming to Cassie now is kind of like weird. But I think it's Cassie just going to Keenan just because Leonardo basically disrespected her in front of her face. Like, it's really not disrespect. It's just like he could have went about it a different way, because it's only day 2. Like, they're not married. They weren't even coupled up for a week, let alone, it's like they were only in the couple for a day, and that was it. And he was already feeling Anna before he was chatting to you. So just because he wanted a date with Carmen, didn't say hi or bye, and then he came back and I guess he started getting to know Anna, he felt disrespected. And I'm just like, okay, she has points that, you know, he could have went about it a different way, but like, slow your roll, chill out. So it's kind of funny how Cassie's moving about this whole Keenan thing, but Cassie not one time pulled KK and decided to chat to her, knowing how well KK and Keenan are doing. You did not pull KK for a chat one time, but that's the one thing you got mad at Anna for. You got mad at Anna because Anna didn't talk to you about the whole Leonardo situation. But you're pulling your best girl's man, knowing how well they're doing, to talk about, oh, you know, trying to see if you could pull him right from under KK. Like, be for real, be very serious with yourself. Anyway, they get a text. Well, Jasmine gets a text that this new person coming into the villa, bombshell named Harrison. Harrison, 26 years old, from Adelaide, Australia. He is a gold and diamond dealer. Like, okay, like you bringing some bombshell. You bringing some bombshell. He got that air in his air. That air and that diamond glistening. Like, that diamond glistening like that. He got that money, okay? Like, alright, like, come on, Harrison, come on. They were having a masquerade party and basically doing this icebreaker game that, you know, they get like a, you know, a clue about, and they have to kiss who they thought which islander that the clue matches to. So Bergie with the ruler situation, Jasmine, she went with the brother and cousin just to get back to a guy, and I'm just like, weird. And then she kissed Harrison, and the kiss with Harrison was just very much aggressive, like, slow your roll, like, calm down, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Harrison, he kissed Cassie about something. I forgot what was a question for him. And then Keenan had this clue about that belonged to KK, but he decided that he's gonna kiss Cassie. So when he kissed Cassie within like the first few seconds pushed him away, and then he ended up finding out the clue matched to KK. So everybody's like, yeah, that's wild. So then KK went next, and you know, KK got the clue that belonged to Harrison, and she kissed Harrison, and she was correct.
New boy on the block. The answer.
Harrison!
That's a good way to lose it. I'll give it to him.
Winner, chicken dinner!
And that was basically it. She kissed Harrison, she was correct, and you know, winner, chicken dinner, word to KK. So at the end of the challenge, Keenan's upset, he feels bad, he's like, you know, he basically picked Cassie because he wanted to just test the waters and kiss her. And he was upset that, like, I'm risking my relationship, and when I decided to kiss you, you pushed me away. And I'm just like, you know, everybody's like, oh, that's messed up. And I'm like, you know, and they feeling bad for KK because you really doing her dirty for Cassie. Like, what are you doing? Like, all the guys are like, yeah, I feel bad for KK. And he felt bad because he got swerved. He basically got swerved in a challenge. Because even though the challenge is basically under the guise to try to, you know, kiss Cassie without having any, you know, something attached to it, because it's a challenge. You can always say, oh, it's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and he tried to do that, and then within the kiss, she pushed him back, which is just like, I thought you said you liked me, so what you doing? Like, that's not showing you like me. So he's like, I risked something for nothing. So he's like, forget Cassie. So then KK over here on the other hand is like, you know, wow, I know what you were doing. You thought you were slick. And then look at you got, you know, egg in your face. You look like a clown. You thought you were slick. So she's like upset. She's crying. She's just like, you know, she thought everything was going well with Keenan, and now he's like trying to like talk to other people. So she's feeling played, and you know, it is what it is. And then Cassie over here talking about that the reason why she pushed Keenan back was that because she didn't talk to KK yet, and you know how the other girls are like viewing her in the villa. She didn't want that energy, you know, coming back at her. But I'm just like, you already put that energy out there. So unless you're gonna keep going with that energy, or you know, stay in your lane, you need to pick one option because it's not looking good for you. So we see the preview for we see the preview for Sunday night. And Sunday night, basically, you know, Cassie's crying. She's like, oh, I'm risking it because all the girls in the villa are like viewing me differently. And I'm like, they're viewing you differently because you have not pulled KK one time to talk about your attraction to Keenan, but now you want to go get to know Keenan for what? Like, that's a very shady behavior. And then she's crying to Keenan. Keenan's like, I'm risking stuff too. Like, I'm having something to do with KK, and you over here doing me dirt in front of the whole villa. And I'm just like, I don't think he really gonna check for her anymore, because he's just like, you swerved me in front of the whole villa, and he has something really good with KK. And then also we see that there's gonna be recoupling, so, and one person going home. Obviously, now that Harrison's in the villa, the one person's obviously a girl, because it's now down, because Bergie, it was literally 3 single girls and 1 guy, which was Bergie. Now that there's 2 guys and 3 single girls, one of the girls are going home. That's basically what it is. You know, Harrison, he chatted to Jasmine, and he was just like, yeah, she's good and all, but like, he's gonna obviously sample, you know, get to talk to everybody else, because he's obviously said that the whole challenge question was very much a red flag for him. So he's obviously gonna talk to other people. I feel like he should just chat to Destiny. Destiny's single. I mean, if Destiny's feeling it, I don't know if she's feeling it, but people are trying to get him and KK together. I'm just like, nah. But that was the episode. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, comment down below me your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Peace.